All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome in. Good morning, North Sail, LB. Good morning, General CJ. Good morning, Drew. Good morning, GM. Hi, what's going on, brother? Trading with Tim. Good morning. What's going on? Peter. Good morning. Looks like Tim had a pretty decent day yesterday. Seems like the first big day of the month. First big day of the month. Back into the green. That's good. That's good. Let's keep it up. Let's keep up this momentum. These good fills. Got to keep these good fills too. So leading gapper here. Good morning, Chad. Good morning, Peter. All right, so leading gapper here is showing EJH, but I don't think that this is a gapper because it's light volume. Yeah, this is. I'm not sure why it says it's up 800%. Closed yesterday. It actually should be red on the day. I'm not sure why it's showing up 800%. So that's not something we're going to trade today. MSS is takes the leading gapper spot here over Seal. MSS. You can take a look here at the float. What's the float here on MSS? What's up, Skull? What's going on? 2.96 million shares. So, nice low floats here. Pre-market chart, not much of a pre-market chart now, just starting to curl up. We did have an after-hours move, but, still kind of stuck in this range here. I would like to see this. Well, it looks like we reclaimed a bit of support here from yesterday after hours, which is a good sign. But I want to see this test the upper end of this range here above 182 between 194 and then look to get aggressive in that area for the break of 194 up through 2. Do we have news on the day? MSS trading higher of the company reported year-over-year increase in Q1 sales. So the 120% increase in sales. Looks like, yeah, Q1 as sales double. So pretty decent. That's pretty good. I like it. Base hit mentality. Yeah, base hit consistency is what's important. Very, very important. I think we have room to break 2. I think the daily chart looks pretty decent for the break of 2. Let's see. So we had the break of 2 here, this previous high back here in February, and then we're going to have the next level up here around 250, 260. Then after that, we have a huge kind of gap here. Do have a little bit of a level back here. I'm not sure if it respected on this day, but we could have some resistance there at 429, 430. But let's just, take it one step at a time. First we got to break 2 and 250, so which could be a stretch. I mean, in this market, it could be a stretch. Yesterday we had that one stock. I already forget what it was. We had one stock. It went from 150 up to 190 at the open, which was like, come on, you can't even break 2. Like a 40-cent move. That's it. Like why? So not much expectations with these gappers recently. So if we can break 2 and then move up to 250, maybe break 250, I would be happy. I'd be happy with this. But still, it's got to make an 80-cent move here to get up to 250. So MSS, I think it could be good potential here. You got to hold this level. I don't want it to come back down and retest the lows of the support. Next here stock is Seal. Seal, penny stock for those penny stock traders. Seal is for those penny stock traders. Let's see what we got. 6.94 million share, 40 cents stock, 6.94 million share float. Trading higher at the company announced it signed a material transfer agreement to supply SLS-002, which I guess is a drug, for Department of Defense Military and Veterans Adaptive Platform clinical trial for PTSD. It says ketamine-based therapy chosen for a government PTSD study. Pretty good. So it's an agreement, pretty much agreement with a Department of Government to evaluate their PTSD drug. I think this could be worthy of at least a move to 50 cents. At least a move to maybe this high, 50, 53. Break at 53 and see where it goes after that. So, I think it's worthy of at least another 9 cents. Can the market give us 9 cents up to 50? You would think, but, nothing, recently, nothing crazy. So, I think the pre-market chart's not terrible. We got decent volume, consistently decent volume, holding the low here, now forming a little bit of a higher low. Can we break over this pivot and make a run for it for 45 cents is the question. Tight halt bands again. Yeah, tight halt bands on seal. However, it's a cheaper stock. So that 15 cents, man, 15 cents, on a 40-cent stock, that's a huge percent move. So we're not going to see probably too many halts on this. It usually gets tricky when it's, a gap or under 70 cents, gaps up to like $2 a share or $1.50 a share, and the halt bands are still 15 cents. That's when it starts to get a little bit tricky because those halt bands are 15 cents still. We have BNZI. BNZI, I was looking at BNZI. This one is sort of, well, actually we have another catalyst on this. So it looks like they write off, enters into debt write-off restructuring agreements. So announces $24 million debt payoff and restructuring agreements with insider, I can't read today for some reason, with insider participation, reducing debt burden and extended maturity to 2027. So restructuring, it's a super low float, 600K float. Formed a little bit of a higher low there. Nice, off of this support area. Bouncing. Now the question is, are shorts going to start getting squeezed? Any shorts that were in on the previous day, are they going to fuel a short squeeze over this level? Are shorts in here, maybe even adding or new positions? Are we going to see that candle that just rockets on a 600K float, squeezing through the highs up through 9? Are we going to see that on BNZI? And a potential move over this topping tail as well, over through 950. It's possible. Keep it on watch. Again, it's a super low float. BNZI, you see 20 million. On dilution tracker, I see, 640K. I can check FinViz. Is that where you're getting your info, FinViz? FinViz says also 640K. Shares float, 640K. I do not like FinViz because there's just so many ads and it lags my computer. That's another reason why I don't use FinViz. So many freaking ads. Looks like MSS right now, but you don't like the tight halts. MSS, did that close under 75 cents? It just closed under 75 cents. Yeah, this one's gonna have tight halt bands. This one's gonna have the tight halt bands. ONCO. Let's take a look at ONCO. This one, maybe a buyout. It says it's up 4,000%. This is not up 4,000%. Thinkorswim's got to get it together, man. CAPR, people calling out CAPR. This one, yeah, I don't open FinViz. It lags my stream. Yeah, it lags everything. I just don't use it. It's just so many ads. 34 million share float on CAPR. You could tell it's a little bit of a larger float just by the way it moves. It's a little bit slower, more drawn out. I could use ad blocker. Yeah, I guess I could use ad blocker. I'm not very much of a technical guy. I don't know. I just go into the settings maybe and add that. I don't know. I have no idea. I have to look it up. So CAPR, does this one have news? Trading higher to company house, intent to file a biologics license application for the full approval of deramiocel for the treatment of Duchenne muscular dystrophy cardiomyopathy. Yeah. So I guess this one, it's hard to really analyze this in, basic human terminology. But they intend to file biologic license application for the approval of deramiocel for the treatment of Duchenne muscular dystrophy cardiomyopathy. So whatever that means, let's take a look deeper into the catalyst here. So this is a license application to try to get their drug approved. It's just an intent to file an application. There's no results or anything. There's no positive results. There's no studies. It's just an intent to file an application. I don't think this is going to be the one. At least after the open. I think maybe, where are we at, 820? Maybe we can break these recent highs. At most, 860. But the float is pretty big. Volume is kind of terrible. If you have a 34 million share float, you got to be turning some serious volume. And, maybe the average in here is like 20,000, 15,000 shares per 1 minute candle. It's just not going to be enough. So unless at the open it starts turning a million shares or close to a million shares per 1 minute candle for a 34 million share stock, this probably ain't going to be the one. Maybe we'll get some opening range opportunities on it, but I don't think this is going to be the one. But who knows? I'm wrong a lot. A lot of times I say this kind of stuff and I'm wrong. So don't take my advice for 100%. In BNZA right now at 645. What's your price target? Haddon James. Can't trust CAPR with that high volume red candle also showing ETB. Can't trust CAPR with high volume red candle also showing ETB. Yeah, so it's easy to borrow. But sometimes easy to borrow can also work against, the shorts as well, because you got a lot of noobs getting in short who have no idea how to properly short with low risk entries, and they end up getting squeezed out. Good morning. Yo, what's up, James? A lot of noobs. Yeah, I'm from the early 2000s and 2010s gaming generation. Talking crap on the Call of Duty lobbies. I don't think people say noobs anymore. I think you're an oldie if you say that. Alan, what's going on, Alan? It's me, I'm noobs. I am definitely not a financial advisor, no. Definitely not a financial advisor. I have no idea what I'm doing. I am wrong 50% of the time, sometimes more. I lose money on 50% of my trades. 50%. I'm wrong a lot. Wrong a lot. So we got about 5 minutes. So we had MSS. We had BNZI, Seal, and my Thinkorswim scanner ain't working again. I think it's because it's, for some reason, 5 minutes before the open, I guess Thinkorswim just turns off or something. Doesn't work. So yeah, MSS, Seal, BNZI, CAPR, which HSCS, HSCS. No news. Kind of sold off a bit, but it looks like it has a really low float. So HSCS will be added to the watch list on the side chart. So you got about 3 minutes here. As you guys are tuning in your own trade, make sure you drop that like on the way out. Subscribe if you're new. What am I going to be watching here for the open? Is the question. MSS? Let's see. MSS. Not bad. Not bad, but nothing. No excitement here coming into the open. I mean, Seal's not in a bad place either. MSS, Seal, BNZI. BNZI kind of forming a wedge here. Bit of a wedge there. Maybe we can see a break over this downtrend and move back up to 7. I think my plan here is just to be patient for the 1, be patient for the stock that shows the most strength here, and then trade that one. So nothing really A+ yet that I see, but we're going to follow rules of risk management, stay patient, and I'm sure we'll be able to come out on top today. So good luck, stay disciplined, I'll see you guys later. All right, peace.